Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 609 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1042. Take this bank card. As expected, not just any woman can walk into Brother Chen Yuan's heart. Instead of getting angry, Lin Shutong simply smiled and nodded. In fact, she found Chen Yuan's cold attitude even more admirable. After all, she wasn't the same Lin Shutong from before. Her identity, her face, even her vibe, everything had changed. If this man had suddenly treated her differently just because she'd become more attractive, she would have found it shallow. No, disgusting. Don't worry, Dr. Chen. I might have come on a little strong today, but we have time. I'm sure you'll understand me better in the future. I really admire your brilliance. Since I'm now a student at Yenjing University too, we'll have plenty of chances to exchange ideas. One day, you'll see me in a whole new light. After she finished, she turned around gracefully and walked away, full of confidence and charm. Her tone left no doubt. She was openly pursuing Chen Yuan. Watching this, Qian Yuan Duo felt a strange pang of jealousy. Another beautiful, talented woman, so clearly aiming for Chen Yuan. It felt like someone was trying to snatch away something she hadn't even decided she wanted yet. Even if she wasn't sure she wanted to own it, someone else reaching for it made her instinctively want to hold on tighter. Suddenly, she turned to him and said, Chen Yuan, remember the 3 promises I made to you? Are you ready to name the first one? Chen Yuan smiled. All right, let's use one now. Tonight. He paused halfway through the sentence. Qian Yuan Duoduo's face turned red. Wait. Was he really going to ask that? Her heart pounded. Thump, thump, her mind in chaos. Should she say yes? Was this too fast? Too soon? You're not saying anything? She finally muttered. Chen Yuan smiled slyly. Tonight, come watch a movie with me. Huh? That's it. What? Were you expecting something else? He scratched the back of his head with a grin. No, nothing. You made your request, and I can't go back on it. All right, let's go. I'll buy the tickets. You get to pick the movie. Let's not rush. I'm starving. Let's grab dinner first. So the two of them hopped into a Rolls-Royce and headed straight to the Emperor's Hotel. By 8 p.m., they were sharing a candlelit dinner at a themed restaurant. At 9:30, they watched a 2-hour film together. Nothing overly fancy. No surprises. No fireworks. Just a quiet, peaceful date. But to Qian Yuan Duo, it felt special. She had never gone out on a date like this with any guy. It was like something out of a movie, warm, gentle, and full of unspoken sweetness. No high-stakes action. No life-or-death drama. Just a regular, human moment. For someone like her, whose life was far from ordinary, that made it all the more precious. It felt nice to waste time like this without guilt. Qian Yuan Duo. Favorability, +1. Current favorability, 92. Let's go. I'll take you home. Chen Yuan said with a smile. Even a casual date like this raised her favorability? Youth really was on his side. Sitting in the back seat of the Rolls-Royce, the two of them gazed at Yinjing's glittering nightscape. Soon, they arrived at the Nanhai Villa community. Chen Yuan walked her to the door. I had a great time tonight, Chen Yuan. Thank you, she said, lowering her head shyly. Wait a sec, Duo. I'm using my second condition now. Huh. Her face turned red all the way to her ears. Was he asking to come inside for a drink? Had he finally made his move? She was feeling a little disappointed. She did not like him. In fact, she liked him quite a bit. But wasn't this moving too fast? Just then, Chen Yuan suddenly pulled out a bank card and handed it to her. What's this? My second condition is for you to accept this card. Qian Yuan Duo blinked in confusion. A bank card? Was he serious? You sure about this? You only get 3 conditions, and you've already used 2 just like that. Isn't that a bit reckless? Not at all. I've thought this through. You must accept it. You can only check the balance after you get home. And no returning it. You need to accept it without guilt. Only then is this condition complete. Oh, and the password is 6 sixes. Chen Yuan spoke with unusual seriousness. What a strange condition. Who the heck gives away a bank card like this? All right, I'll take it. Qian Yuan Duo nodded. She couldn't help but grow curious. How much was in this card? It was Chen Yuan, after all. He wouldn't be stingy. Could it be 100 million? No, 10 billion? She knew better than to be too impressed. If it were a random freshman, a few million would be enough to shock them. But she was a fifth-rank powerhouse, the youngest ever. Even 10 billion wouldn't leave her speechless. That's the difference in perspective. But Chen Yuan had wasted 2 wishes just to make her smile, without asking for anything in return. That really moved her. Good night. Get some rest. Chen Yuan hopped back in his rolls and waved goodbye. Not bad. Not bad at all. That cost a big chunk of my lick gold funds, but totally worth it. After he left, Duo returned home and went to her room, holding the card. She decided to check the balance. Wait a minute. Is this the State Treasury level card? It looked even fancier than a Global Union Supreme Black card. After a few taps, she finally saw the balance. First digit, 9, followed by 12 zeros. 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100 million, billion. Wait, 9 trillion. Stone cold shock. Frozen. Breathless. Duo sat there like a statue. Sure, she'd expected Chen Yuan to be generous. But this was insane. Was this card even real? She tested it. Transferred 1 million to her personal account. It worked. She bought some luxury items online. No problem. Then she used the card directly for a few online orders. Still worked. She even went on the dark web and bought 10 million worth of crypto tokens. Everything processed flawlessly. Chapter 1043, Fearmongering and Rumors. The moment she got home, Duo picked up her phone and called Chen Yuan. Hello? Duo? We just parted ways. Missing me already? Chen Yuan chuckled. Don't joke around. Duo snapped. Chen Yuan, why did you give me so much money? Where are you right now? I'm coming to return the card. No. You already agreed to my second condition, remember? Are you really going to go back on your word so soon? I'm not going back on my word. I didn't expect there to be that much money. It's way too much. I can't accept it. TSK, you know what I hate the most? People who break promises. You're really disappointing me right now, Duo. I thought you were someone who honored their word. Chen Yuan, it's not like that. I don't want to hear excuses. That's the end of it. If you send that card back, then let's just pretend we never knew each other. With that, Chen Yuan hung up. Trying to stop me from giving you money? Not a chance. His firm stance left Duo stunned for a moment. But then she realized, he wasn't just being stubborn. He must have found out about the financial trouble her clan was in, and now, he was trying to help. No matter the cost. Is he really willing to go bankrupt, just for me? Her heart clenched. Even if Chen Yuan was worth trillions on paper, liquid funds were a whole different story. 9 trillion wasn't a small sum for anyone. She stared at the card in her hand, and her eyes began to well up. Affection +1. Affection +1. Current affection, 94. So close, Chen Yuan murmured with a sigh. The next morning, 2 major international news stories exploded online. First story, the mysterious genius who solved 3 world-level math problems, turned out to be none other than Master Yin, aka Chen Yuan. The moment the news broke, it sent shockwaves across the internet. People were left speechless. The money shower king, the guy famous for throwing gifts at livestream girls, was secretly a top-tier scholar? He was now a PhD in mathematics at Yanda, even giving lectures to renowned professors? Wait, what? He wasn't just a rich dude. He was more cultured than actual intellectuals? All those so-called experts who had mocked him online before, they were getting roasted now. In fact, the backlash was so fierce that one old professor, Professor Nyo, reportedly ended up in the hospital with a brain hemorrhage from sheer stress. This was a legendary face-slap moment. Second story, it came from Fusang. A powerful corporate tycoon there, Yamamoto Yuichi, 72 years old, net worth over $10 billion, had recently injected a super soldier serum. The serum had given him a miraculous transformation, reversing his age and making him feel decades younger. So much so that within 2 weeks, he married a 20-year-old national idol, Fusang's otaku dream girl, Ogura Nanako. An old man marrying someone 52 years younger after regaining his youth? It was like a fantasy come true. But no one expected what came next. Just half a month into marriage, Yamamoto's body suddenly collapsed. Within a single day, he aged faster than ever, beyond his original state. He was rushed into the ICU and died within 30 minutes. His organs had rapidly aged and shut down. No treatment could save him. People suspected his young wife poisoned him for inheritance, but forensic tests showed no traces of toxins. Medical experts proposed a different theory. It had something to do with the super soldier serum. This ignited a global panic, especially among the super-rich and elderly who had also taken the serum. Reports started pouring in from India and Canada. Similar symptoms, mysterious deaths. Each case involved three things. Aged individuals, extremely wealthy, had injected the super soldier serum. Was there a direct link? The public demanded answers. KL Biotech, the American company behind the serum, issued a public statement. There's no guarantee of 100% success. We stated this up front. These unfortunate cases fall into the 1% failure category. We take no responsibility. Their tone was cold and dismissive. And somehow, a large portion of the public actually believed them? Failed because your body couldn't handle it. Your genes suck, not our fault. This logic was infuriating. Chen Yuan couldn't stay silent. He logged onto his Koi, Weibo, and Douyin accounts and issued a serious public statement. The so-called super soldier serum is, in truth, a biochemical virus. It drains your life force. Older recipients die quicker because they have less life force to begin with. Even young recipients will meet the same fate, just delayed by a few years. This is not enhancement, it's slow suicide. The world erupted again. Chen Yuan wasn't just a domestic icon anymore. His influence had started to spread globally. His report put him directly in the spotlight. Suddenly, the whole world knew his name. But with that fame came backlash. Because many had already taken the serum. Now someone was telling them they were basically doomed? It was too much. Unacceptable. Unforgivable. Among those in disbelief was Wang Zifei, who had also taken the serum. He stared at Chen Yuan's report in shock. No, you're lying. Chen Yuan, I won't believe you. You're just scared that others are catching up to you after taking the serum. So now you're spreading rumors and fear-mongering. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. Also, if you know other fans who were reading this manhwa but stopped because it got axed, share this video with them. The more support we get, the more motivation we'll have to keep making these videos. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.